Hello, my name is Rafael and welcome to my channel. My channel is all about languages and cultures and a little bit of self-improvement. Today, I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you ever thought to learn a language without actually studying it? My honest answer to this question is that you can actually learn a new language without studying it, or at least in a beginner phase, you can apply some methods to learn and pick new words without textbooks. The first method that I can suggest you if you don't wanna use a textbook in the beginning, but just later, I can suggest you a method that I used to apply when I used to learn English. And by the way, I still need to improve my English. I'm Italian, but I used to watch movies and shows completely in English without subtitles. And I remember that in the beginning, I couldn't understand anything, any words, but then after a few weeks and months, I could understand sentences, and I end up understanding the 50% of what they were saying after 5 months. I know that I'm speaking of huge amounts of time, but I remember that my level of English was A1, A2, and the fact that I every day for half an hour or for 1 hour, I used to watch content in English, just in English. It helped me to understand the words that they were using, and it helped me understand better the language. And this method was useful for Chinese too. I'm not a Chinese speaker, but I can say that I used to turn on Chinese subtitles and watch videos in Chinese every day for weeks and months. And after a while, despite Chinese is so different from Italian, I could start understanding the 30-40% of what they were saying. So this method is perfect if you don't wanna use textbook on day one. But I suggest you anyway at some point if you wanna learn very good a language that you will need a textbook at some point and learn grammar and learn different kinds of aspects of the language, because as I said in the beginning, this method can work as a beginner phase, especially if the language that you are going to learn is pretty close to your native language. The second method that I can suggest you in a beginner phase to learn a few sentences or pick a few words is to try to chat with native speakers. And I remember in the past when I tried to learn Portuguese, I used to chat with Portuguese and Brazilians without knowing any words in Portuguese, and that helped me a lot to pick new words. In fact, after a few weeks and months of that process of keep chatting, I mean speaking and writing in Portuguese, I learned the basics. So it's very lazy, but it's very useful if you want to try to speak with natives and try to understand what they say. And you can do it with apps that you can easily find, like HelloTalk or Tandem, where you can find people that speak your target language and you can easily chat with them. And thanks to my habit of chatting with people from Brazil and Portugal, I was able to reach almost an A2 of the language. And keep in mind that my luck was that Portuguese is not too different from Italian, so I could easily pick new words and reach a level that I could never expect. But as I said multiple times, I think that these are only methods that can work for you if you wanna approach to a new language, if you wanna pick new words, if you wanna discover new languages. But you need at some point to discover and explore a language from all sides, from all aspects. So grammar too, reading too, um, and I think these methods can work if you want to just have an idea of what the language is about. So these two methods that are very practical and useful and easy can be very beneficial for three reasons, I think. The first benefit of using these two methods is that you can tiptoe to a new language without feeling overwhelmed by books and textbooks that can be very annoying sometimes, and especially if you don't know anything of the language. I think it's very beneficial to know at least a basic of the language you are going to learn. The second benefit of using the two lazy method is that you can actually figure out in a few weeks or months if you want to truly learn the language seriously, and you have all the time to figure out and know if you are interested in the language. The third benefit of using this method is that you once you start seriously to learn the language, you have already a basis that you can use in the future. And I think it's very beneficial because it gives you motivation for keep going, and you already have a basis that you can use with native speakers. A side note on the motivational aspect of learning a new language is that you need sometimes motivation to keep going, but it's not enough. Sometimes you need more, and I think you need a purpose or a specific goal to keep going and learn a new language and be fluent. I don't think that motivation is enough for keep going and learn for months or years a new language. And from experience, I can tell you that learning a new language is a lifetime process that requires months or even years. So, especially if a language is very different from yours. So, these are the tips I wanted to give you if you are a lazy learner like me. If you are learning a new language, comment below which one you are learning. I'm very curious and I read all the comments. And if you want to know more tips about how to keep going and be consistent in the process of learning a new language, comment also below. and I will try to make other videos about the process of learning a new language. Thanks for your patience, and if you watched the entire video, I thank you so much. If you watched the video and you liked it, just thumbs up the video, that can help me so much. And I hope to see you soon and in a new video about cultures and languages.